In today's video, Alex Pereira could replace Stipe Miocic in the fight against Jon Jones. Joe Rogan is pressuring Dana White to book a fight between Alex Pereira and Jon Jones. Plus, Jones, after pleading not guilty, was given some conditions. Conor McGregor vows to slap Ilia Topuria.
Slap the head off him, no problem.
And also in the video, Khamzat Chimaev faces backlash from fans after stating that his next fight should be for a title. And finally, Joe Rogan believes that the assassination attempt on Donald Trump seems fake. So today's video is going to be pretty interesting. Now, if you enjoy it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much in advance. After Pereira's second win over Yuri Prochazka at UFC 303 last month, many began speculating about a move to heavyweight for the reigning light heavyweight champion. Pereira has expressed interest in becoming a three-time UFC champion, and Jones has hinted at facing Poatan in the cage. However, the UFC has not shown much interest in booking the fight. During a recent appearance on the Big Podcast with Shaq, the UFC CEO addressed the possibility of a Jones-Pereira fight and said,
"Will we ever see Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira?"
Possibility. I mean, Rogan is pushing me right now to try to make that fight. It's just, guys, let me explain something to you. I consider Jon Jones the greatest combat fighter of all time. Jon Jones is the nastiest dude ever in the history. And I always say this about Jon's got a dark side to him, man. Jon's got like those dogs that'll rip your arms apart and do all that. He shoots guns. Jon Jones is a killer.
Now, Dustin Poirier recently discussed the potential heavyweight move for Alex Pereira and explained why Jon Jones must be the Brazilian's first opponent in the heavier division.
Do you think he can have the same kind of success? Like, do you think he beats Jones?
Dude, I think if Jones wrestles, but even Jones is a lot bigger, longer. I don't know, Jones has never been knocked out.
I think he has a very good chance.
Of beating Jones?
Yes.
Jones isn't going to play the game with him. He's too smart.
Yeah, but I mean, he's getting up there in age.
Jones is?
Yes.
But also
Inactivity.
moving to heavyweight kind of might prolong his, give him some longevity. Heavyweight's shelf life is a lot longer.
One fight in the last 4.5 years, not great.
Yeah.
Welcoming a December return at light heavyweight to defend his title against the surging Russian challenger Magomed Ankalaev, Pereira has admitted that he would be interested in a heavyweight leap, strictly chasing gold rather than a specific opponent. According to available information, the fight between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic is expected to headline UFC 309 in New York on November 9th. And the most likely opponent for Alex Pereira is going to be Magomed Ankalaev, who holds the second place in the organization's light heavyweight rankings. However, none of these fights have been officially announced yet. Currently, Alex and Jones occupy the second and third places in the pound-for-pound rankings of the UFC's best fighters, respectively. Now, former UFC welterweight Laureano Sterpoli got a tattoo of Alex Pereira on his leg.
Argentina tinha que ser, né?
Porra, hein, vai, valeu, mano, pô, chama.
Chama.
Você tá doido, hein?
Ó, ficou top, né? Olha os detalhes aí.
Porra, tá doido, mano. Você tá doido.
And as you already know, Jon Jones is facing some legal issues dating back to an incident with the anti-doping officers at his home in March where he was allegedly uncooperative, which then led to 2 misdemeanor charges against him. These charges were serious, with the UFC heavyweight champion potentially facing some jail time. Now, OOC MMA tweeted a report from MMA Fighting outlining the conditions that Jones must follow after pleading not guilty to the misdemeanor charges. The tweet stated a judge told Jones that while released, he cannot break any laws, cannot possess any firearms or dangerous weapons, cannot consume alcohol, cannot consume any illegal drugs. Whether Jones can fulfill these obligations, though, well, that remains to be seen.
A black man can't drink, getting elected into the Hall of Fame, and now this is what I got. I hate you. I hate you.
Now, Daniel Cormier commented on the statement of Khamzat Chimaev, who announced that he plans to return to the octagon on October 26th at UFC 308 in Abu Dhabi and expects to get a title shot.
Khamzat Chimaev, he said he wants to come back in October, but now he's saying he wants to fight for the belt. Him asking for a title fight in October is actually crazy. What happened to the Robert Whittaker fight? You know what? Or Sean Strickland. I don't understand how Sean Strickland keeps getting forgotten. He does everything he's supposed to do. He wins the fights. He was the #1 contender. He should not always seem to be put on the back burner. I don't know why people are so quick to discount this man. This man has shown multiple times now that he's as viable a person at middleweight as any of these guys. While I love that Khamzat seems to be ready to come back, I believe that he should probably fight Robert Whittaker, right? That's what we were supposed to get anyways.
Khamzat also faced criticism from fans after he stated that his next fight should be for the title. One fan wrote on X, "I don't believe a word that this man says." Brawler Broadcast wrote, "Khamzat Chimaev needs to fight Paulo Costa first before he can even talk about Robert Whittaker." Jake Livernois said, "Figure out how you can fight anywhere else other than the Middle East or Russia first. If you can't, you will never see that title shot."
All right, guys, I've been telling you for a while, Khamzat Chimaev can't get into the U.S. It's some kind of a visa issue. I don't know what's going on, but these rumors are true. And I ran into a guy that says he's got some info on this. So you're saying Khamzat can get here?
I think so.
He can get here to Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think? Can we see Khamzat? Can Khamzat Chimaev get to Las Vegas?
Now I'm here, brother. It's my show, but where's the guys?
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. We'll never know.
Кого ты видишь из интересных для себя соперников, с кем бы ты мог встретиться?
Ну, сейчас, по-моему, свободные бойцы. Пауло Коста есть. Не закончили, можно сказать, тоже дело такое есть. И Шон Стрикленд есть. Тоже мы в Твиттере чуть переболтались, там, можно сказать, пару словечек туда-сюда.
С Шоном?
Да, ну, было, что я сказал, он сперва сказал, что на спарринге меня побил. Ну, там ребята были, все видели. И даже видео там есть, как я его душил и бил. И с ним тоже есть такое дело, выйти в клетку и посмотреть, кто сильнее в клетке.
Now, during today's pre-event press conference in Malaga, Conor McGregor stated that he would slap Pereira if they ever faced off in the BKFC.
Combat sport is big here in Spain. So, yeah, no. I'm not here for no reason, my man. You know?
Maybe Tapuria.
Tapuria, pum, pum, pum. Slap the head off him. No problem. No problemo.
Thank you.
I'll slap him back to Georgia.
McGregor is now approaching the end of his career with only 2 fights remaining on his current contract. And after that contract ends, McGregor has shown some interest in transitioning to the BKFC.
2 fights? 2 fights left on my UFC contract.
And then you're taking off your gloves and enjoying
Possibly, yes. Possibly.
And, any idea of what? In 1 year, 6 months, 2 months?
Well, I have my fight. I had my fight and it had to get postponed. But that's still going to happen this year, end of this year.
Okay.
The talk is the end of this year, so I'd like to finish out the year with that. Then I've got 1 left. So we'll see what happens. After that, I'm going to see what's on the horizon. A bare knuckle fighting world title sounds very, very exciting to me.
Now, Joe Rogan believes that the assassination attempt on Donald Trump seems fake. Rogan claims the incident supports the theory of an ongoing simulation, while also mocking some aspects of the event.
The Trump one is just so nuts too. Like, if he turns his head at the last second and the bullet grazes his ears, if he didn't, it hits the back of his head and he's dead, and then we fall into chaos, and who knows what the fuck happens.
Big chaos.
And then people think that the Biden administration had Trump killed, and then there's these questions like, how the fuck does this 20-year-old kid climb on that roof 150 yards away and no one sees him?
Well, that one guy was pointing at him the whole time.
Yes.
He's like pointing to
yes.
He's like, he's right there.
And they're yelling, he's got a gun. There's a guy in the prone position on a roof 150 yards away from the former president. The whole thing's nuts. The whole thing stinks of either incompetence or design, or we're in the Matrix. This is a fucking fake movie. To see him with these 2 female bumbling Secret Service agents, especially the one, to see that to see everything happen the way it is, to see that they knew this guy was on the roof, to hear that guy had pointed his rifle before that at a cop. So the cop engaged him, he pointed the rifle and the cop ran away. The guy climbed the roof with a ladder. You can see the ladder. The whole thing is bananas.
That is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because it is very important to us. And thank you all in advance.